everyone, welcome to Daryl. Today's still September 22nd. Second video today. Second video for today. Second video for today. Feels like it's been another video log, I don't know. Anyway, second video today. So just to check where my music's at right now. Make sure I got it right. Yeah, second video log today. It just feels like the third and stuff. It's like later that night, and I kind of think like it feels like I'm talking so much, and the last one was like time's kind of going slow right now. So my sister making hamburgers and some fry stuff. Dad doesn't really care about fries. But no, he did have fries. He doesn't like mashed potatoes, but you know, have a little bit of fries, a little bit of crispiness there. Me having some ginger ale to wash that down, and really just not really doing much of anything. It's going into like 8 at night and just watching TV, talking about this and that, talking about the plans of this and that, you know what's going on. And then it brings it today, and me going to bed at midnight, wake up around, getting on the bed around 9, sleep until maybe it's like 7 or 8 hours. I always don't have like 8 hours, and sometimes I have 6 or 7 hours, all depends. Neck is kind of sore some of these days, and so waking up around like 9, get on the bed, or waking up around 8:30, 9, roll on the bed probably. I think it was 9:30. Not really much of anything to make for breakfast, because we went out for breakfast. We went out for breakfast. Well, not really anything spectacular in a way. Just your normal $5 breakfast. What was today again? The day of the week? Yeah. Yesterday was, I think it was Monday or Tuesday or something like that. It was Wednesday. It was Monday or Tuesday. It was the discounted $5 breakfast, and that's what we were after. But we ended up, it was like $7.50, $8, something like that. And if we wanted to go for the Hungry Man breakfast, which is like 4 eggs, 4 toasts, 4 bacon, 4 sausages, 4 toast French toast, or 4 pancakes, stuff like that. I got the French toast, and then I got the toast, and home fries and stuff like that. And that's the Hungry Man one. The other $5 special, it was really $7.50 or $8, something like that. And my dad's treating for that. That's because I'm broke ass. So it's basically the 2 of everything, and it was good enough. And I had some orange juice. So that was, I think we ended up showing up there around 10:30, I think. And the breakfast was still going, I think, till 11 or 12 or whatever. I can't really remember. They said, oh yeah, there's still breakfast for so long. Like, lucky came in now, and it still got a little bit of time, blah blah. So after, just sitting there, we're talking about, certain things, and talking about this and that, and the one lady that was serving my dad tea ended up, spilling some hot tea in his arm. She was like, wiping off his arm, she was like, oh, I'm sorry, like, she didn't really seem that sorry kind of thing, or that really concerned, but it was just odd, I think it was an accident or something. Just to have the feeling that it was really feeling like an accident. So anyway, we ended up going, getting back home around noon. Dad didn't go home right away. Wanted to go to my uncle's and we end up cutting some grass in the front yard, side yard, backyard. Try not to the uncle's well, I'm not gonna say new, but it's new, like brand new in the box, mower, and I've never tried it, so I ended up cutting the front yard and side yard, and my dad ended up cutting the backyard. So dad didn't really, walk so much, do so much. So, my dad just sitting around having tea, be having some of this sugar-free, caffeine-free, everything free, just regular, cold black pop. Like it was just really nothing. Like there's no sugar, there's no caffeine, there's no artificial stuff, well, some artificial, because it said there's no artificial stuff in there. How is it dark, I don't know. Anyway, a couple cans of that, hanging out, sitting in the shade, and just talking, listening to a little bit of music. We ended up now coming home around 3. Not really much going on. About 4 o'clock, I decided to make spaghetti. Mix spaghetti and some hamburger. Just lasted the hamburger. I found some hamburger in there and lasted hamburger, so spaghetti. And I made a giant pot of spaghetti, some extra sauce in there, some hamburger meat in there. And, everything's done around 5. My dad's eating. My sister's back from work, and I don't really care for her, spaghetti and stuff, Sometimes they eat at work, or sometimes she's not eating, and I don't know. She's either eating at work, not eating at work, eating home or not eating home, and she's always like, oh, I don't eat at home. And then, when she's out and about and stuff like that, and it's like, what happens when, somebody changes their mind in the orders? Like, what do you guys do with it? Do you put it in the thing and, eat it there or take it home, some of that? She goes, and she's like, oh, no, I don't really eat at work. I don't really like none of the stuff that they cook there. And I'm like, taking back, like, you said you don't eat at home, you don't eat at work. Maybe she's eating at a friend's house, I don't know. So, I did spaghetti thing, just sitting around 6 o'clock. Watching some old movies, because it's, the King of Rock and Roll kind of week, and it's 24 hours, 36 hours, 40 hours, whatever it is, or been going through the week, but watching a little bit of this and not kind of really watching a lot of that. Kind of watching some of these car shows, like rebuild and paint and restore and stuff like that. And some of them say it seems like they've done it within a week or 2. Some of them do a full restore, and it's like 130, 140 days or something like that, whatever the day counter thing. And sometimes they're not working on 1, they're working on 2. And there's like 3 or 4 different like car rebuild things. And so there's enough of them anyway. I guess my dad likes that, and he likes his science shows and stuff like that. Yeah. So, yeah. That yesterday, today. Yeah, so I decided to come down here and do these video logs, because I was sitting around for, so long, and it's like it's like 9 something now, isn't it? At 9:17 right now. Exactly 9:17. And I pushed the button to, oh, wait, is that actually bringing in? Okay. Yeah, and I got like 3 minutes, I'd say, give or take 3 minutes of this vlog to do still. So yeah, you can hear some crickets out there, you know, I'm doing late vlogs. With it being a light here and light there, and there's going to be crickets, probably going to be, not crickets, grasshoppers. They're going to be attracted to light. They're going to be probably getting closer and closer to the light because it's so dark out there. Pretty soon to be on the screen, and then you'll hear them, rubbing their legs on the wings or rubbing their wings together, whatever it is they do, these green grasshoppers. Not your normal grasshoppers, they're kind of like a lime green. They kind of look between a praying mantis and a grasshopper. So I've seen them anyway, and the other day, it was late and stuff, and there's one that's on the car, and there's a vehicle's not moving, but it's after it being, a hot day and the hot tin and stuff like that. And here's a grasshopper, moving its wings and making a lot of noise, so I go up to it, and I didn't jump away or anything like that. Put my hand up to it. I didn't really, move and some of that, and kind of quiet. And I guess it hopped over to the picnic table I was sat back on, and it was like walking the picnic table, and it was like moving around. It's got the wings making the noise, and it kind of seems like it was dancing to the music and stuff. It's kind of silly. Nobody's really paying attention to me doing that, so I put my hand on there, closer to it, and then push it closer to it, and it's like moving its antlers around and stuff like that, and then came on me, and then it's making the sound on my hand and stuff. It's cool. So I said, alright, you're a cool bug and stuff like that. I'm going to take your noisy rear end to the bush. So he's going to be cooler in the bush and eat the grass or leaves or whatever, and shortly after that I can hear that only one making that sound. So it was cool. It didn't look. This one looked like a lime green, but it looked like an older lime green, like it's older and stuff. Didn't use the lime green and stuff like that. And I don't know, just listening to music and stuff like that. Nobody really noticed. And I was gonna take a picture, but I didn't think about it after I put it in the bush. Anyway, so if you guys like this video, please do hit the like button. Please subscribe to me. And share this video on the channel, my benefit and the benefit of me. Please do tell your friends and family. Thank you for viewing this video. If you guys watched it, we'll be all on this day, tomorrow night. And remember, it's going to be Aboriginal, then Original.